Hello. I've seen a bunch of YouTube videos on how to do mass rabbit water, so I decided to make my own, and here is my take on the mass rabbit water. Went out and got myself a nice 55-gallon drum from the sausage factory, thanks to Clements. Got a nice little bulkhead connector with a 3/4 inch to 3/8 inch barb connector that hooks up the PEX line, follows it in, and then I got a couple spare parts here. Got some of these chicken water nipples that I got some weld bond, some like marine grade weld bond stuff, and put a little connector on with an elbow and a little what do they call these quick connects water PEX connectors. They are a little more expensive than I was hoping, but the actual parts that I wanted to get do not exist, unless I had a 3D printer, but I don't have one of those. I set this up about 2 days ago when I ran out of parts, so I had to get some more, but each one of the cages, this is the boys. There's Miss Claudia. She's got one there. I moved their water bottles over to where the new watering is, so they get used to drinking from the new deal. And there's the girls. One of these I'm going to keep as a breeder. Actually, I might keep 2 of them and put Claudia in the freezer. There's Buck, Big Papa. He's got one too. And then they go over to Miss Rudy. My boy finally came up with a name for her. She's one of the Angoras, and he also figured out how to open the cages, so now the springs are kind of lost their springiness. There's Rootsmon. So yeah, they all have their own water, and as a bonus, since I moved the rabbits to share a well with the chickens, I put one more 90 on, and some more hose, and a couple more tees for the chickens. I got 3 of them up right now. I can add more or take some out. I'm probably going to need a couple more. And then for the winter time, I'm going to continue the line. Oh, for the end, I just took a little nub of PEX and put some epoxy in there to stop it. So it's all gravity fed right now. But for winter, here's the kicker. I'm gonna loop it back and put a pump in it and a water heater, or a sinking heater in there, so I don't have to change their water 3 times a day. And it's hopefully gonna not freeze in line. Put the water pump in so that it'll have continuous flow, and hopefully the warm water, the water will get back into the heated tank before it freezes. That is the goal. If it keeps freezing, I'll probably have to put some insulation on the PEX or get some heat tape. I hope I don't have to do that, because that's more electricity and more money. But yeah, that's a $5 part. That bulkhead connector is a $6 part. This little doohickey here is 99 cents. Quarter a foot for the PEX. These things are expensive. That's, man, the T and the elbow, that's about 10 bucks. However, if you think about it, one of these is $12, and in the winter time, if you water your rabbits like I do, I have 2 sets. You change the water out, bring the frozen one in the house to thaw, and then change them out again. So in my mind, I'm saving money and getting to be a little bit lazy, because the boy, he's good with feeding the rabbits. He's learning how to feed them himself. He's almost tall enough to reach all those feeders himself. But when I have to go dump water and refill them outside, and he's in here feeding, I come back in here and I find him sitting inside this cage wrestling with Roots, and Roots doesn't really care for wrestling, so if I can avoid having to change out water bottles, and I can just stick a hose in there every couple of days for a few minutes. I think that will give me more time to spend with the boy, or do whatever I want. Oh, there's the Aussie. Look at that. Some live Aussie in the background. That is all I got.